Everybody wants to become a gangster. Every single youngster wants to be a gangster. Because they see these bloodsuckers who are driving their £50,000 cars, who haven't worked a day in their life, who have sucked the blood of other innocent people by pushing drugs. And they see these people and they say, yeah, that's what I want to be. You know, bad man walk, bad man talk, carry a peace. What kind of people are these really? What kind of people do you imitate? People who will break up families because they're number one. They will push drugs. They will leave children who are yatim, and this is no exaggeration. Look at all those parents who spend their life and they have lofty aspiration for their child, and that child becomes a crackhead. Why? Because some punk out there wants to push drugs so he can have his big car. And these are the role models that our children have. These are not men by Allah. Men by Allah is what the Prophet ﷺ defined as a man. He was speaking to the Sahaba and he asked them, who is the strongest? And the Sahaba said, it's him who can overpower him. It's him who can overpower him. The Prophet ﷺ said, it's not them. It's that man that when he becomes angry, he can control his anger. He can control his anger. Because it's easier to punch out somebody's life than to forgive that person.
A large percentage of young Muslims said the Imam is totally clueless about our society. And that's what we want to turn around tonight, inshallah. That there's some Imams, we're not clueless, we're on the road just like you're on the road. But our way on the road is different from the road you're upon. Has it not become, unfortunately, a common trend that Muslim youth, they drink alcohol, whatever the names may be, whiskey, brandy, rum, vodka, beers, ale, whatever it may be. Common practice that Muslims get drunk, get legless, can't find their way home, abuse other Muslims while they're making their way home. At least some people, when they used to drink in secrecy, drink in the privacy of their own homes. But now we find that people out in the open, behaving like disbelievers. But then some Muslims may say, well, you know, I don't drink alcohol. I take some mild substances. I smoke drugs. Tell me in the Quran, where Allah said in the Quran that cocaine, crack, smack, weed, skunk, marijuana, spliff, reefer, dope, white lady, coke, smoke, brown, Charlie, whatever name you want. People say to me, give it to me from the Quran and I'll give it up today in my life. Man taking heroin, lying on the floor like a dog, addicted to heroin, lying on the floor, picking up cigarette butts, chewing them because he's become a skaghead. That's how low our community's fallen down. When you see your own brothers falling on the floor, picking up small cigarette butts, begging from another Muslim to go get another wrap to inject themselves. A man wants to drive by in his flash car and think, yeah, I'm a big boy. When some people are serving these substances, there's a code of behavior. Never serve it up to another Muslim. Never ever in your life. Go down a long way. Go down a long way, but never ever get your own blood addicted to it. We've crossed over the rules. We've crossed over the boundary. Some of us, we think we're gangsters. Read about the gangster world. Read about the Gambini family, the Don Corleones that you want to be. Forget about Tony Montana, the Cuban drug dealer who came over. The real drug dealers, you read about the cartel. Man would never serve drugs in his life. Read the history of the gangland warfare. No real Italian mafia ever served drugs in their life. Any man caught trafficking drugs, then he was gunned down by the mafia. That's the ethics you will know about the gangland mafia. That's the reality. But obviously we turn and look at people like the Scarface. Muslim boys walking about with a picture of Scarface with a zoot in his mouth. Go and read the history of Scarface. Who was Scarface? Even read the history of how he got the name Scarface. Some people say he got battered so much they called him Scarface, he hated the name. So he ended up dealing with a man. None of the historians are right. He said something about next man's woman, man turned around, scarred him up in his face, he can remember it for the rest of his life. He looks in the mirror. He said these evil statements.
لا شريك لك لبيك